Say I am sorry after a disagreement.
Pretty sure.
This is so fun.
I'm pretty sure this is a different answer.
Yes, absolutely.
Because we both always keep arguing about this.
Okay.
Okay, when I met him, or like more like the moment I saw him walk out of the airport, because I was there at the airport, to receive him, I was very relieved. Because until that moment, I thought I was getting pranked.
I had the same insecurity.
I kind of thought
I was also worried that I might be getting
it's never
catfished.
gonna come.
Really?
I really thought he will never come.
What is the one thing that you do that always make each other laugh?
I think just being my clownish self makes her laugh.
Yeah. I think he just has to try to crack a joke.
You know, I have always wondered what is the main ingredient of a beautiful relationship. Mona and I got married pretty late in our life when we realized we are the ones for each other. And if we talk about ourselves, it's the love and respect that we have for each other, pull each other up, and to make us better versions of ourselves every day is the secret ingredient of our relationship. And in this series, I'm going to meet the wonderful couples of the chess world and ask them what is their secret recipe of their relationship. I'm truly grateful and honored to invite Dr. Vidhi Karelia and GyanMaster Srinath Narayanan on the very first episode, and I am all excited to share with you their secret recipe. As always, I'm trying to do everything on my own, and technical difficulties are a part of my life right now. So I divided the interview into 3 parts, and one of the part was totally damaged. The audio section was totally damaged. I tried to recover. I spent the whole night trying to recover it, and I tried as much as possible. I tried to add subtitles. I hope you can understand there's a lot of hard work behind it. I just did not want it to sabotage the entire footage. I tried my best, and I hope that you like it, and let me know in the comments your thoughts and who should be the next guests.
You're the secret recipe. Oh, you're the secret recipe.
Hello Vidhi and Srinath, welcome to the very first episode of The Secret Recipe. In this series, we are trying to understand what is the secret recipe of your relationship. So to start a little slowly and with a little fun, let's know how did you guys actually meet each other? Let's start with Vidhi.
Oh, wow. So this started around 2021, like towards the end of 2021. I was in my college. I was about to finish my bachelor's, and I received a DM around September from a blue tick account. So I was like, oh, okay. And then when I checked Instagram, it was from Srinath. I used to already follow him because I had been a chess player as a kid. So I used to follow a lot of players, and he was one of them. So I knew his body of work. I knew him as a chess player, as a coach. So when I received a message from him, it was a bit like surprising for me that okay, how did he end up sending me a message, and that's how we like started talking. But I think that's a story for him to tell, that why did he message me, and what went in the background and how we met.
Yeah, so in 2021, around that time, I felt that the professional part of my life was going great, but I felt like something was missing. I was really wanting to initiate the process of finding a partner at around that time. I was, I think, around 2021, I was around 26, 27, around that age, and I felt this was a good time to start looking for a partner. In that process, it was not particularly driven by that process, but I happened to connect with Vidhi on Instagram around that time, and immediately in the first few conversations we connected, we vibed with each other, and it felt like it had some potential. So about a month later, I flew down to Surat, and that's when we met for the first time. And I felt it was really important to meet that person physically, because when you're corresponding with the person purely online, Whether it's a personal relationship or a professional relationship, whatever it is, when you're corresponding exclusively online through text and calls, you get to see the version of the person that they want to show themselves.
Yeah.
So they are like, I'm like this, I'm like that. I'm such a nice person. But when you see them in person, how they treat other people, how, they behave in different settings, that's when you see the full version of that person. I think communication doesn't just happen through what the other person says, but also on what you observe and what their body language tells you, and so many different things. So I felt it was important to meet in person whilst we had the interest, because interest also fizzles out. It can fizzle out really quickly, especially in the initial phase of a relationship. So that's how it began. And so we met each other in person in November, and it felt like we liked each other quite a bit in person as well. So that's how it began, and it started flowing from there.
Amazing. You were already a socially well-known player, also a personality by then, and there
Yeah.
were many people on your list already. What in Vidhi did strike? Like it's just a social media profile. If you want to share.
I mean, I didn't really have many people on my list. It was a very scarce list, but I think at that time when I was trying to talk to quite a few people, as many people as I could, or rather as many girls as I could. But it was the initial conversations. I think just in the initial conversations, you could kind of sense the interest in the other person and also the interest they have in you. So it was just those initial conversations where there was a bit of a spark and some potential. I found her. I found her witty and clever. So those were the things that initially, it's just having those conversations with me and the conversations flowing. And I'm not the most entertaining conversationalist, but rather I have a certain way of conversation which not necessarily interests a lot of people, but the fact that I could have the conversations with Vidhi and we could connect with each other, I think that's what set things apart.
Amazing. Now that we have the whole picture, Vidhi, when the first message came, as you mentioned, blue tick
Yeah.
and all, and this question will also come to you, as you mentioned that on chat and on person it's completely different. So direct question to both of you, without sugarcoating. What were your first impressions when you met each other?
Okay, when I met him, or like more like the moment I saw him walk out of the airport, because I was there at the airport, to receive him, I was very relieved, because until that moment I thought I was getting pranked.
I had the same insecurity.
I kind of thought
I was also worried that I might be
it's
getting
never
catfished.
gonna come.
Yeah,
I really thought he will
yeah,
never
yeah.
come. I thought I'm getting pranked. I thought I'm just waiting at the airport and nobody's gonna show up, or I don't know, some camera with aapka saath prank hua might just happen to me. But when I saw actually Srinath walk out of that airport, I still remember it was in this light blue blazer. In fact, today morning we were at his place. We went to his parents' place last night only. We arrived in Chennai and we wanted to spend at least a night over there and then come over here at the venue. So today morning he got these 2-3 blazers to show me कि ये 2-3 blazers यहाँ पे है. Which one should I carry? And I said this one, because this is the one you wore when you first met me.
blazer.
Yes. So when I saw him walk out in that airport, from the airport in that blazer, I was like, oh, it's actually him. He's over here. So I had a bit of a huge relief. And also after relief, the immediate next emotion was like, oh my god, he actually came to meet me, that kind of emotion, that he wasn't just talking, he actually came down from Chennai to Surat. So yeah.
Your first impression.
Yeah. So the first impression when I saw her online was, okay, she's pretty. And then when I started talking to her, I was like, okay, she's impressive. So pretty impressive. And also I had a I had a lot of respect for doctors at that time. This was 2021 when it was basically doctors against the world. The world was dying, people were having COVID. I also had to be hospitalized for some time. So I also like the fact that she's a doctor and she was also helping a bit with uh, the work, the healthcare work related to
We
COVID.
were in the front line as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that aspect, and I like that she's generally a nice person who uh, cares about the well-being of a larger set of people, not just the people around her. All those things had a good impression, and also her intellect, which shows at the beginning of conversations. It was a bunch of those things, but I summed up the first impression in the first two words. When I met her physically in person, I had the same relief. There was a lot of anxiety that meeting her, meeting a stranger for the first time. And 2021 was also a time when traveling was not that easy. The world had started to open up, but it was not without danger. It was
Yeah.
not completely without danger. And it was just a few months after the horrific second wave. So there was a lot of mixed feelings at that time, but I felt that I had to take that leap or just be single forever.
Amazing, amazing. Such inspiring story, and thank you so much for being so honest. I'm not sure if you both knew that you were both thinking that
No, we both
No,
knew,
no,
yeah,
we
yeah,
knew
both
because
yeah.
we were genuinely like, that's when we expressed each other that we thought we were getting pranked or something.
Pranked or something worse also, scammed.
Scammed, yeah. Like he thought that I could just maybe some angel Priya kind of a thing.
Okay, okay. The day you first exchanged messages and the day you understood that he and she, you are the ones for each other, when was that day? Or how long did it take?
I think that's hard to say an exact day where we felt like we were
How much time?
one for each other.
Time frame?
No, I think meeting in person helped a lot
Okay.
towards going to that feeling. So maybe the time frame where from the time we met and from the time where we expressed love towards each other might be between 2 to 3 months. I think.
Yeah, it was pretty short time actually.
February, March of 2022.
Yeah, a little before that, I
Yeah.
think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So February is when we already met the second time,
Okay.
and that was in Ahmedabad, where I think she
We
had a
met
short trip.
in Ahmedabad in December during Christmas time.
Yeah, December. So yeah, probably around that time we started falling in love with each other.
Yeah.
And of course, then we met the third time, which was a historic meeting because so we met at Delhi, and midway through our trip was when I got a call or message. I don't exactly remember.
You got a call.
Yeah, I got a call.
Yeah.
Basically, Russia had declared war on Ukraine a few days ago, and the Olympiad could no longer be held in 2022 in Russia. So I was asked if I can help set up a meeting with the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu at that time, and I had to make a choice: leave, cut short a trip midway, a blossoming romance,
Blossoming romance. Oh my god.
Or a blossoming Indian chess ecosystem.
yeah. I had
Wow.
to. Fortunately, I didn't have to choose one. That is thanks to Vidhi for being so understanding at that time.
Wow.
Because after the call, I asked her that I have to fly to Chennai tomorrow. Is it okay? And she didn't think twice. She said, if you have to do it, do it. So,
Amazing. Just
Yeah.
amazing. We would have never known about this sacrifice.
Yeah, it was actually a very difficult decision for him to make, for sure, because so like when you ask about the timeline, for me the timeline was when we met for the second time in December. during just after Christmas. During Christmas, we met in Ahmedabad just for a few hours, not even like I think hardly 10-12 hours we met. So first meeting was in November first half, and then second meeting was in December last half. So I think by that time I was like, I wouldn't say that I had like fallen in love or something, but I was pretty sure that I want to give a lot of time and spend time with this person and try to see where it goes. I was ready to then, put in efforts. So that was there for me. Like when we met for the first time in November, already I was a bit, it was a big thing for me that, okay, someone has actually, traveled all through and come in middle of all this chaos. And also at that time, the weather condition in Chennai was not that great. So he kind of knew that when he'll go back, he might be in a cyclone, which actually ended up happening. And he was in middle of a flood situation trying to go back home. So it was difficult for him to leave his family also in that kind of a situation and come and visit me for the very first time. So when I saw that, it was really nice that someone, is taking so much of effort. And then when the second time we met, again he came from Chennai to Ahmedabad and I went to Ahmedabad and we spent a few hours, we met each other. So it was already quite a lot of efforts that I was seeing from his end, so I was ready to do the same. And when we went to Delhi, it was because my postgraduate entrance exam had been rescheduled and I had been putting myself under a lot of psychological stress to perform in that exam. And this was, I think, the second time that it had rescheduled itself, and I just could not take that stress anymore. And and he could sense that I am kind of, going on the spectrum of needing psychological help. So he knew that the way to pull me out of it would be maybe to, get me out of that zone of like not just getting me out of my home, but also getting me out of that zone of preparation. He spoke to my very dear childhood friend who was in Delhi with his wife at that time, Sujal and Margi. They used to stay there, and I had told him that I always want to go to Delhi because it has been my birthplace, but I've never visited it. So he spoke to them, and then he planned a short trip, and then that was also kind of my first flight. So so I went to Delhi from Surat and we had planned this trip. So for him it was a very difficult decision to leave me, because he knew that I needed a lot of psychological support. I was going into this spiral of very negative thoughts, and I really needed someone to be there by my side and to tell me that it's going to be fine, Life doesn't end with an entrance exam. So in middle of all of that, where it's just been 2 days into our trip, when he gets a call like this and he has to instantly make a decision to fly out the next morning, because this was a very timeline sensitive thing. If India did not tell FIDE in the next 2 to 3 days that we were ready, we would have lost it. And also, though the day they wanted to go and meet was kind of the only available day, because the next day was going to be the Chief Minister's birthday. So it was completely packed with a lot of commitments that he had. So it couldn't be even pushed further. So for him, it was very difficult to leave me in that state of mind. So that's why even that question came that, should I even go, leaving? And this had just started. This relationship had just started with Delhi, I feel. So, but yeah, because I have been in chess as a player and I have seen his body of work, I knew what it meant for India. It, like he said, I didn't have to give a second thought, because I knew that it was really important for us to step up at that time, and he had to play that crucial role. So we didn't think twice, but for him it was definitely, even when he reached there, he was constantly in this thing that, okay, I've left Vidhi, and so he spoke to my friends and he was like, please can you take care of her for the next few days, just make sure that you keep her spirits high, because we don't want her to go into that negative zone all over again. So he was constantly in touch with my friends also to make sure that I'm fine even if he's not there. So yeah.
Beautiful. We'll take that note to end the first segment. Now things will get a little heated up. So let's go on to the next segment. Okay, now we are done with the opening. Now it's the middle game. Okay? This is the main course. The appetizer is done. We are ongoing with our menu. So we have almost mentioned one of the incidents that was a pivotal point in your relationship. But what is that one incident that really shook the relationship, but you made it work together and stood up?
We have had, I don't think we have had that kind of scenario till now. Maybe it was something later.
But this can be taken as a scenario, right? The daily incident.
For me, it was a major green flag because, to be honest, I don't think it's very normal for a person to have their profession as such an important thing in their life. Like people have work and they have a life and they have work-life balance. But for me, chess is not just a profession. It has been a way of my life very, very young age. And it's such an integral part of my life that for a person to be able to grasp that and understand that sometimes it's not going to be a priority, take precedence over much more important things in life. That sometimes I need to prioritize my professional needs for my family and stuff like that. These are things that my family did for me from a very young age. But for a new person, for a partner, accept it. It's not something you can take for granted. So for me to be able to see that she was able to understand, she was able to see that freedom. I think that was
Sometimes in certain foods there is one ingredient which is very important, but it's very hard to incorporate in a dish, in a recipe. What has been that one ingredient in your recipe that has been hard to incorporate? Career, family, work, love. What has it been? What it has really made your relationship strong?
For me, I think the difficult thing to implement is a work-life balance. Because I love my job. It's not just a means to earn my living. I just feel alive. Quite often I wonder why I do this, or why am I not good at it? Why don't I try to be good at something else? Why don't I try something else? But I'm so attached to chess. So that is certainly an aspect that I do.
But I think he's gotten much, especially after wedding and all of that, because for him, I think it's the very first time in almost 5 years that I've seen him take such a long break, not 4 months, 5 months break, which is very not so that was already a very big decision that be very actively participating in shifting, not just starting from right before the wedding, not from planning it and then actively being a part of the wedding in terms of how we want to organize things and all of that, and then house building, shifting, and not it just didn't stop at shifting, also to make sure that okay, how well do we feel settled in, and only when we felt a bit settled in physically, mentally, emotionally is when he was like, okay, now I can think of this thing, and he also gave that a slow start. He didn't right away jump at it all because he wanted to still make sure that he tries to maintain some balance. So that I think whatever he is doing is pretty much because while he says that why he is not good at anything else and why is he not trying to be good at anything else, I feel that it's a gift. While chess is a gift, I think he is also a gift to chess in some way, because the way he contributes is something that only he can. Everybody else contributes, they do it in their way. What he's going to do is going to be his. So, and he plays a pretty instrumental role in doing a lot of things that he does. So I think
when there's a downfall in your life, what is the one trait of each other that pulls you up and makes you relationship strong? What is the one thing that each of you do? Maybe you can talk about Srinath.
So I have seen mostly on the opposite because when we started, right from the time we started dating, it was just me coming out of college, and then the time of developing, the first year was about competitive exams, and then it was about moving to a city like Mumbai, which is challenging itself, and then looking for my first ever job. So all those phases in anybody's life are very challenging. Like when they're looking for their first job, or then they're shifting to a new city, and when they're straight out of college, trying to figure it out. It's a very challenging phase in everybody's life, and that was the phase when I was also dating. The first half of our relationship, I was trying to figure out a lot of things. I still think it's just that now I'm in control of what I'm doing. So it was mostly a lot of new things at the beginning of a relationship for me when it came to professional life and building myself. And then one thing that not just then but till now has stood is how he stabilizes me. When I'm constantly going into a spiral, or I'm just thinking that why is it taking so much time? How he will immediately step in, like, okay, but because he's elder to me, he will immediately, quote from his examples that this phase comes and for everyone, it's a phase for you, and we will figure things out. So that reassurance that comes with his presence in my life has been something that makes things, I wouldn't say easy, but it makes things bearable. It makes things that, okay, I can deal with it because I'm kind of not alone. There is somebody who is also going to help me there. And just yesterday, I was in one of my dance class sessions, and we were working with a prop. So it was a stick, the dance with a stick, and its stick is supposed to be a masculine prop. So immediately the body language changed to be a little bit more masculine, more strong, just with the presence of the prop. And that's what we were discussing in the class, how a prop, just holding a prop can immediately change your body language. And that made me realize that how right after him coming into my life, even though stability was not there, I immediately started feeling stable. My core, like I'm generally a flow person. I try to figure things out. I try to go with the flow, and I still do that. I'm doing it right now. I try to figure things out, like what do I want to do, what do I not want to do, what's working for me. But I'm not losing my balance because there is this masculine stability that he's bringing. He's constantly, okay, you can flow around, but this is the center where you keep coming back to, and you will keep feeling grounded. So that's what he brings in our relationship. Whenever I've had my low phases or I'm in this figure out phase, the grounding energy is what I receive.
Srinath might have never thought of this, or maybe you already know. No, not in so much such depth of expression. So now it's your turn. What is that one trait that pulls you up when you are going through a relationship?
For me, it's been also a very delicate experience. Just thinking of when I reflect back. I think for a chess player, when you see it about chess, you can think of playing. You feel bad. Because I thought when you feel bad, and that's when you feel you're going to better in the next one. And it's very easy for us to feel bad, right? We finish second in some competition, feeling bad that we didn't finish first. In fact, we feel worse finishing second and finishing 20th. But we feel bad if we finish 20th though. And we don't feel great when you finish first. So it's a very conditioned behavior, and it's something that I think we start internalizing that. You have to feel bad. And
one such moment in 2022 when I was being bad in a similar way, when very naturally told me, when they are in such toxic way, you don't bad motivation. It can come from more toxic thinking. So, this is one such direct example of how she adds so much perspective. When we get too serious about chess, we can make chess a very bad work and stuff. And the downside of it is every small thing that starts being magnified, and every small loss appears really big. So really adds that perspective in my life that it's not such a big thing, it's not as big as it may be. There are so many things in the world to experience, and chess is a very small part. I think it's really important to have that balance. Otherwise, it can fry your brain. It can be very demanding for your brain to be under so much pressure. And I think it's really important to get that larger perspective. It's just one part of the family. So I think that is one of the biggest marketing makes it better. And also, in general, I think she really adds a lot of layers and personality. I mean, chess is a small part of big world of it. There are so many things that she's. I really need that person who's able to guide me in those things. Who's able to so that's so much. It's hard to express in words. Yeah.
So to sum up, what would you say is the secret recipe of your relationship?
It's not that it's written down to one particular recipe. But what I like about us is we give a lot of different space to ourselves. At the same time, we also have a
That can be an important ingredient to relationship.
Space, very good. And second, is honesty. No matter how bitter or ugly that conversation is, as much as less sugarcoating as possible and as much as direct honesty. That is one thing that I started practicing the time we started dating, and I tried to maintain it as many relationships, at least all the individual relationships, friendships that I have. But sometimes, in some cases, it's not that. But when it comes to a relationship like this, especially when it's with a partner, I think even white guys should not have space. If you lie on your anywhere, it's kind of a red flag. So honesty has been something that we have always done. No matter how difficult the one. Sometimes we really need to prep ourselves to say it out to the other person, which we do. We take our own time and things that if it's going to be a conversational statement, give. And once we feel ready, then but we always have to. You always be honest about our opinions, about how we feel. Communication is important, but honest communication is more important than communication.
Beautiful. What a note to sum up the interview and also sum up the relationship. Honesty and space, two of the, I believe that two of the vital ingredients of any recipe. So thank you so much. And now we conclude the second section. Now we go to the end kit.
The questions will be direct, but you both have to answer together.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay? So you can't take time, you have to answer. Okay?
okay.
Are we ready?
We will try.
Yeah, we'll try.
Okay. If your relationship was a dish, would it be sweet, spicy, or savory?
Savory.
Sweet and sour.
Sweet and sour.
Sweet, spicy, savory.
I think sweet and savory.
Sweet and savory. Okay.
Savory.
What is the one thing that you do that always make each other laugh?
I think just being my clownish self makes her laugh.
Yeah. I think he just has to try to crack a joke.
What is that one word that describes your marriage today?
Marriage story.
Marriage.
Marriage.
What is the one word that describes our marriage?
I don't know.
You have to answer it. You are the fast one.
Okay, marriage specifically or relationship?
Okay, both.
I don't know.
You can't take that much time.
Just being at ease.
Being at ease.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the best dish that is a memory that you have shared?
Maggie in Manali. You want to say something else?
Best dish. I can't remember it exactly like that. So, but yeah, Maggi in Manali is a very good
Or
country.
anything that I cook.
True.
Okay, now this comes down to the last section, which is called the pressure cooker test.
Oh.
Now you both have to close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay, and you have to raise your hand. If you think the answer is Vidhi, Vidhi will raise the hand. Or if you think Srinath, so for Vidhi, if Vidhi you think you are the answer, you have to raise your hand. And if you think Srinath is the answer, you have to point your finger to Srinath.
Okay.
Same with Srinath.
Okay.
Instructions clear.
Clear.
Who is the head chef of the family? The one who takes big decisions. Okay, so we have two different answers.
Wow.
Who is the salt and who is the sugar? Salt is practical, grounded. Sugar is romantic, dreamy. Who is the salt first?
I think. Yeah.
Okay, we have got a got an answer. And who is the sugar? Romantic and dreamy. Two different answers again. Oh wow. Okay. Who is better at keeping a secret? Again, two different answers. Okay. Who is the first to say I am sorry after a disagreement?
Pretty sure.
This is so fun.
I'm pretty sure this is a different answer.
Yes, absolutely.
Because we
different
both always keep arguing about this.
Okay. Who is more likely to forget the anniversary?
I think neither.
I think actually none of us.
Yeah.
Okay, Vidhi, you pointed a finger. Huh?
Yeah, because so our anniversary is the date we met for the first time. But if people start considering other things, the day we got married and then the day we got engaged, that way I think maybe he could forget, but I will not.
Okay. Who is the social butterfly and who is the homebody?
Okay, first we have to go for which one?
Social butterfly. Okay, finally a unique answer. Okay, and who is the homeboy? Both. Okay, good. Who is the better gift giver? Okay. I could have answered that question. Who was the first one to say I love you?
I don't think that happened.
Okay, there's an answer. Okay.
Okay, maybe this. Yeah.
Who is more likely to ask for directions when lost? Two different
I'm
answers.
talking about traffic, okay? I'm talking about navigating vehicle in traffic, Google Maps. But in life, okay.
Oh, that's so cute. Now you can open your eyes. You will see the answers in the interview when it's published. Such a wonderful session, and I hope you also enjoyed it. What you have answered in this final segment would be something you would really look forward to. But hope we did not have many technical difficulties. But thank you so much once again for sharing your secret recipe with us. I hope you enjoyed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We had a lot of fun.
Thank you.
The Gyan